What's going on, y'all? It's Murph, aka the Dirty Kenzo, your favorite Kenzo, back with a little review today on this cinematic masterpiece. Nah, I'm just fucking you. Total dumpster fire. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so today we are going to review, if you will, the newest release,
Evil Dead Rise.
Anyway, you're pretty much taken immediately to know this is a modern day film. There's a drone in the opening scene. I feel that's pretty spoiler free. Now the opening scene, there was some gore and some pretty cool, the title card and things in that nature, but horror is a genre that's very hit or miss, and this one struck the fuck out. So just to give you guys somewhat of a synopsis while keeping spoiler free as possible, the knowing of the other Evil Dead films is necessary. The Necronomicon is here, as well as the Deadites and other things that have been linked to the Evil Dead universe. So, you know, that basic knowledge will definitely help, but not totally necessary either. Coincidentally, just like this movie, not totally necessary either. So the film opens with three kids and hijinks ensue, if you will. Then shortly after that, we are, taken to a family, and wacky events transpire from there. Now, as I said, guys, we're going to keep this spoiler free, in case you want to waste your time, money, and life force. However, I'm definitely going to list some of my complaints. Now, first, let me just start by saying I can't be a fan of a horror movie sometimes when it's random. When people are dying, massacred, whatever, and it's random. There's no, the people die. In film, we like those satisfying deaths. You see somebody be an asshole in a movie, Jason chops his head off, you're like, fuck him, he was an asshole. So when you're seeing, children die, and it's like, they made like a snarky comment in this film. It's, we needed to do all that. This just felt like a movie that was gore to be gore. Gory just to be gory, bloody to be bloody. And in 2023, I feel like most of us feel like you got to have some logic behind it. You need to have a reason to do the things you do. And this movie falls into that, gory to be gory. It also falls into the problem I have with a lot of horror, which is predictability. And if I could sit and watch a movie and I go, this is what's going to happen, and it happens, and that's even with we live in the day and age where people try to counter that in their films, and it's still being predictable. I have issues with that. I also have issues with things where it's like you're not only insulting your character's intelligence, but ours. So when you see things like that, sadly, there was no Ash appearance. Now, I do understand trying to include everyone these days, and female protagonists as well. They haven't had their chance, let's let them have their chance. I'm all for that. But I feel in this universe, Ash, or maybe even another character from the spin-off television show, just their face adds that extra layer, that extra Easter egg, which is the reason Marvel had been so successful, by doing those Easter eggs, by doing those little nods to the fans, little winks to the fans. I wasn't feeling the Sam Raimi direction in this film. And that was mainly because Sam Raimi didn't fucking direct this film. Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, who played Ash, they both executive produced the film. And I don't know how I feel about that. They remade the movie a few years ago and it wasn't bad, so I don't see the reason. The name being Evil Dead Rise, that would insinuate, in my mind at least, a prequel. I'd expect to see a movie take place in the 30s, 40s, 50s, the first haunting, if you will, things of that nature. Once again, it felt like things were put in this movie just to be there. Why is mom a tattoo artist? Because we're going to use the tattoo gun. Why is son a DJ? Because we're going to use the speakers. Things of that nature. Why is sister a guitar tech? So when we need her to be an electrician halfway through the film, it makes sense. Side characters that made no sense. Dumb lines. And I just can't enjoy a film no matter how funny, cool, gory, all that, that has so many predictable choices. And gore just to do gore. It's the same lackluster feel when you see a film and it's like sex or violence just for sex or violence. Very frustrated with the film, I'll say, as I might not always be a huge horror film fan, but I've always been a huge Evil Dead fan. Army of Darkness, again, the remake a few years ago, I quite enjoyed. Very much a major letdown. So guys, in closing, Evil Dead Rise. Should you see it? Or should you just spend that $12 on a gram of weed and a blunt? I think y'all already know the answer to that one. Appreciate you for watching. Couldn't thank you more. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, follow us on Instagram, all that good shit. Dirty Kenzo. Call me what you want. Just don't call me for fronts or late for dinner. Salute y'all.